You think they love you, don't you? You think the smiles, the pats on the back, the sweet words whispered in your ear mean they care. You think their presence is permanent, their support unwavering. But here's the truth you need to face. They only love you when you're useful, when you serve a purpose for them, when you're a stepping stone on their path to something greater. The moment you stop serving them, the moment you stop being convenient, their love, their loyalty, their affection, it vanishes. Like smoke in the wind. When you're at the top, when you're shining, when you're the star of the show, they'll chant your name. They'll sing your praises. They'll claim you as their own, as if they had something to do with your success. But the moment you stumble, the moment you slip, they'll leave you to fall alone. And when you hit the ground, broken and bruised, you'll hear nothing but silence. It's cruel. It's unjust. And it hurts more than words can say. But that's the nature of this world. It doesn't reward kindness, it doesn't cherish loyalty, and it certainly doesn't care about your pain. The world only cares about what you can give, what you can do, how you can serve. And if you let that consume you, if you let that define your worth, you'll be trapped in their cycle forever. But listen to me and listen carefully. You are not their puppet, you are not their tool. You are not here to be used, discarded, or forgotten. You are here to live, to thrive, to be everything you were born to be, not for them, but for yourself. Their love, their approval, their validation, you don't need it. You never did, because here's the truth they don't want you to know. Their opinions, their fleeting affection, their hollow words, they mean nothing. They don't define you, they don't build you, and they sure as hell don't break you. What defines you is what you see when you look in the mirror. What defines you is the fire burning inside you, the unshakable will to rise, to conquer, to overcome. So let them walk away. Let them abandon you when you're no longer useful. Let them reveal their true colors, because every time they leave, every time they turn their backs, they do you a favor. They show you who they really are, and in doing so, they make room for something far more powerful, you. You don't need their love because the love you give yourself is stronger than anything they could ever offer. You don't need their approval because the moment you stand tall, unshaken by their absence, you prove you are more than they ever imagined. Stand up, stand tall. Not for them, but for you. Show them that their opinions are meaningless. Show them that their rejection is your fuel. Show them that their absence won't break you. It will make you. You see, they only love you when you're useful, but you'll thrive even when they're gone. You'll grow even in the face of their indifference. You'll succeed not because of them, but in spite of them. They only love you when you're useful. Harsh words, aren't they? But deep down you know it's true. People line up to cheer for the champion, to applaud the winner, to bask in the glow of someone else's success. But that love, that affection, it's not for you. It's for what you bring to the table. It's for the benefits they reap, the image you bolster, the needs you fulfill. The moment you stop being useful, when you can't give them what they want, they disappear. They're gone before you even realize it. You'll look around in your darkest hour searching for the people who once sang your praises, who once claimed to love you, and you'll find nothing but shadows. It's a bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? To know their love wasn't love at all. But here's the thing. That's not your weakness, that's not your failure, it's theirs. Because they didn't see you for who you are. They didn't value the depth of your heart, the strength of your soul, the fire that burns within you. They only saw what they could take. They only loved what they could use. And you don't need them. You never did. Their approval, their attention, their so-called love, it was never real. What is real is the strength that comes from knowing the truth. What is real is the power you have to rise above their abandonment, to stand tall despite their betrayal, to thrive without their fleeting affection. So let them walk away. Let them vanish. Because their absence is a gift. It's a blessing in disguise. It clears the space around you for something greater, something unshakable. It makes room for you to discover the love that matters most. The love you have for yourself. You see, their love was conditional, but yours doesn't have to be. Their loyalty was fleeting, but yours can be eternal. Their faith in you depended on what you could give them, but your faith in yourself is limitless. That's your power. That's your strength, and no one can take it from you. Let me tell you something. The world doesn't owe you kindness, it doesn't owe you loyalty, and it sure as hell doesn't owe you love. But that's okay. You don't need it. What you need is to stop waiting for the world to recognize your worth and start owning it yourself. So stand up. Stand tall. Not for them, but for you. Because when you stand for yourself, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who doesn't need their approval, their praise, or their attention. You become someone they can't ignore, someone they can't break, someone they can't use anymore. Let their rejection fuel your fire. Let their doubt sharpen your resolve. Let their absence remind you that you were always enough, more than enough, on your own. Because when you rise above their small-minded, self-serving love, you'll see that the only love you ever needed was the love you give yourself. And make no mistake, you will rise, you will rebuild, you will thrive, not for them, not to prove them wrong, but for yourself. Because you deserve that. They only love you when you're useful. That's the truth no one wants to admit, but you've seen it, haven't you? The smiles, the handshakes, the praise, they come so easily when you're on top, when you're providing, when you're winning. People line up to celebrate your success, to attach themselves to your light, to claim a piece of your glory. But the moment you falter, the moment you're no longer serving their purpose, they vanish. They'll tell you it's loyalty. They'll tell you it's love. But real love doesn't come with conditions. Real loyalty doesn't crumble when the winds change. What they call love is nothing more than convenience. And when you're no longer convenient, you become invisible. It stings, doesn't it? To realize that the people you thought cared for you were only there for what you could do for them. To see the faces you trusted turn away when you need them most. But let me tell you something. It's a gift. Their departure is a blessing because it shows you exactly who they are. It strips away the illusions and leaves you with the truth. And the truth is this: you don't need them. You never did. Their love, their approval, their attention, it was never what made you strong. It was never what fueled your fire. That strength, that fire, it was inside you all along. They didn't create it, and they sure as hell can't take it away. So let them leave. Let them walk out of your life when you're no longer useful. Because their absence doesn't diminish you, it frees you. It clears the path for something far more important, the love and respect you owe to yourself. Listen to me. The world is full of people who will try to use you, who will try to take from you, who will pretend to care until it no longer benefits them. But you don't have to play their game. You don't have to bend to their rules. You have the power to rise above it, to stand tall, to say, I am more than what you take from me. I am more than what you see. I am everything you failed to recognize. And when you stand for yourself. Don't stand to prove them wrong. Don't stand to win them back. Stand because you deserve it. Stand because you owe it to yourself to be everything they couldn't see. Yes, it hurts when people leave. It hurts when their love turns out to be hollow. But pain is temporary. Betrayal is temporary. You are not temporary. You are permanent. You are unshakable. And what you build for yourself, what you create, what you achieve, what you become, that will last forever.